Hello, my loves, and welcome back. Is your cat weeing around the house? Are they weeing on your bed or maybe in other pet beds? If so, I'm terribly sorry that you're here and know that I've also experienced this. So, what I want to share with you in this video is what I did that stopped my cat weeing around the house. And also, people in my Become a Solid Cat Guardian community have also done, and it stopped their cats weeing as well. So, let's dive in. I'm hopeful that if you're here, you've had your cat checked by a vet. That is one of the first and foremost things to do to ensure there is no physical issue with the cat. There's no pain, there's no inflammation, there's no urinary issues. So please get your cat checked by a vet. If it was like 12 months ago, like you've been dealing with this for a long time, I'd really recommend you go and get them checked again. It's really worth having up-to-date like test results and like the all clear from a physical perspective, because then you can focus on other things. So get your cat checked by the vet is the first thing. Secondly, there are many behavioral things that you can do to support that cat in the home. That's not what this video is. You can put extra litter trays down. You can put litter trays where they're weeing. I was sent a very shocking email by someone from the Naturally Cats community this week that told me of a isolation protocol that they'd found to support cats that are weeing around the house. Now, I absolutely don't recommend that. But this isn't about the behavior, okay? This is about the emotions that lead to the behavior. Now, as cat guardians, we can focus on what we see around us. Now, if your cat is weeing on your bed, obviously that's upsetting. It's distressing for you, for the cat, and for you both together. You're frustrated because you've got to clean things. Maybe your quilt's damaged, you've got to replace it. The cat's obviously stressed because they're not urinating in a place that's appropriate for them. However, they are doing it where they feel safe and secure. So more on that in just a minute. So please make sure that you follow kind of like some of the basic tips and tricks for supporting a cat in the environment. Jackson Galaxy is a brilliant guy who talks a lot about cat stuff. He's got, I'm sure, many videos about the environmental elements that you can consider to support your cat with urination issues. That is not this video. I wanted to talk to you about why the cat is doing what they're doing, because it's all very well if we want to try and change a behavior, but unless we understand where the behavior is coming from, it's never going to change. Just the same with humans. Unless you understand why a human is aggressive or reactive, you're never going to be able to get through and connect with them to support them to shift that state. And when it comes to our cats, they have emotional needs, and those needs, just like humans, need to be met. Now, in my nearly 20 years experience of working with cats, if cats are weeing outside of the litter tray, it's a handful of reasons. First and foremost, it's not the right size litter tray, or they don't like the location, or it's covered or uncovered and they don't like that. So, like I said, check those things off first, okay? Make sure the litter tray is a good size, make sure it's in a good placement, make sure you've got a covered and an uncovered one. Again, not getting into that now. The other reason is that cats basically don't feel safe. Now, if a cat is weeing on your bed specifically, that's because that's where they feel the safest. Now, cats are inherently clean animals. They don't wee and poo all over the place just for the fun of it. That is not the way the species works. Trust me. If they are weeing on your bed, that's because your scent is concentrated there. That is where the cat feels the most safe and secure. Think about when you do your business. You don't have the doors open for everyone on the street to see. You want privacy. You want to deal with it by yourself. Your cat is trying to tell you something if it is using inappropriate elimination to communicate with you. Now, this is where you need to listen. When Leo was weeing around our house, I could kind of logically tie it to things that had happened. You know, my sister had come to stay, or we'd made changes with the furniture, you know, we'd moved things around in the home. And again, those reasons might be why your cat is weeing. And there is an emotional root behind that. So they're feeling unsettled, they're not feeling safe, they don't feel comfortable in their territory. When Leo weed on the side of my brand new chair on the 2nd of January, I had a choice, you know, to get frustrated and, you know, to get angry and irritated, or to look deeper. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. So if you've tried everything, you've tried speaking to your vet, you've tried behavior stuff, you've tried the environment, then what's left is probably the main reason why your cat is weeing around the house, and that's because of you. I don't mean this to upset you. I'm not trying to point fingers. What I mean by this is that the cat is trying to help you to shift. So when your cat is weeing, ask yourself, what emotions come up? They could be obvious, like anger, frustration, irritability, like fed up. Now, think about those vibrations, the vibration of those emotions. They're all really heavy and dense. They're right at the bottom of the vibration scale. And if that's in your body, like that's not good to keep in your body. That needs to come out. Now, I don't advocate screaming and shouting at the cat. I have shouted at my cats in the past. It's just bubbled out of me before I've been able to logically deal with it. It's an emotional reaction. I've caught myself the few times that I've done it. But if your cat is weeing, they are trying to help you to shift that emotion. So I had a member join the Become a Solid Cat Guardian community because her cat was weeing around the house. Like she said to me, one day she was sat watching telly and literally the cat walked over to her, walked up right against the wall and just looked it straight in the eye and weed against the wall. And then she said to me, obviously the amount of emotions that come with this is a huge amount of emotions. So we talked about why she wanted to join SLG, Solid Guardian program, and still can't believe it, to be honest with you. For 24 hours after she joined, there was no wheeze. Now, this cat had been weeing for weeks, maybe even months. I can't remember now. And then it went into day 2, and the participant did the first lesson. Still no wheeze. So 48 hours, no wheeze. Absolutely amazing. Day 3, the Guardian didn't do any lessons, didn't do any work, didn't do any of the homework, didn't do any of the exercises that come with the program, with the lessons that she'd covered. And then she sat down in the basement, and the cat looked at her and weed. And literally, the participant just broke down into floods and floods of tears. Having this big release, having this big relief and realization that she needed to sort herself out. Now, the Become a Solid Cat Guardian program is broken down into 4 modules. The first 2 about the human. It's not about a cat communication course. It's about helping you to understand yourself so that you can connect with your cat. Everything that I've been doing on myself for the last few years, since going through my divorce, I've worked on myself. It's completely changed the relationship with my cat. Cats even too. I've got 2. So I would ask you to think about, what is it that happens in you when your cat wees around the house, because that's where the change can happen. Now, I haven't got time in this video. It's 8 minutes already. How does that even happen? So here are, let me think of 3 top tips to give you. So the first is to identify how you feel. Now, you might need help with that. I always recommend a feelings wheel. If you haven't got one, Google it. You'll find one really easy. They are great to help you identify how you're feeling. So identify those emotions. Okay. In SLG, we say find it, feel it, and release it. And that's what I want to share with you. So find it, get a feelings wheel, look at it, and write down how many you feel. When you see your cat wee, when you go to your bedroom and find another goddamn wet patch, what emotions come up and come through for you? Feel it. Feel into those emotions, that anger, that frustration. Like, what else is it connected to? Is it also connected to when your husband or your wife spoke to you badly last week, or something happened at work? Like, what other anger, for example, is in you right now? And what can you do with that? What is in there? What are you holding on to deep inside? And then release it. So great ways to release energy and emotions are to go for a walk, literally move your body, move it out of your body. I pretend to have headphones in sometimes, and I talk as if I'm talking like on the phone, and I will just rant and rave and get it all out of my system. You can journal, okay? Just journal it out, or your thoughts, or the anger, or the frustration. Or you might want to meditate. Different strokes for different folks. You might find that doing a guided anger release meditation may help you, or even something as simple as talking to a friend or family member. So I hope this video has helped. And remember that if you've tried everything for your cat, vet visit, behavior work, environmental changes and support, the last thing that is probably the thing that's going to work is you. It's looking at the emotions that come up when your cat does this problem behavior. And it's about pausing, trying to change the cat, and actually about looking inside within and looking at how you can deal with this differently. This is going to sound crazy, but how could you be grateful for the fact that the cat weed on your bed? If you dig really deep, there is a way to shift your perspective. More on that in another video. So I hope this has helped. And if you are experiencing issues with your cat weeing anywhere outside of the litter tray, I'm sorry that you're going through that. If you'd like to come and join us in the Become a Soul-Led Cat Guardian community, I'll drop a link below and you can come and join us. Other anxious cat guardians, we're empaths, we're cat lovers, and we support each other as we deal with the trials and tribulations of being a cat guardian. So good luck. Remember, find it, feel it, and release it. Take some time to tap into how you're feeling, sit with it, work with it, and then let it go and see what difference that makes with your cat. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.